Welcome back to 1 Million Pumpkins Ranch for more public displays of homesteading. And I'm out here in the garden right now, and the hens are cackling, and the ewes and lambs are out. The last big rainstorm gave us a great flush of warm weather grasses and a lot of forbs. Forbs just means broadleaf plants. Some people call them weeds, but they are nutritious plants, and so they're called forbs in pasture lingo. But anyways, we've got the ewes and lambs here, and Emrock is locked up because he doesn't like when they invade poultry space, and he needs to chill. Hey there, Marie. Love you. How you doing? So I'm just kind of distracted right now, making sure this just goes. He has a chain on his gate. And Kitty is down inside the sheep corral, so she has a larger place to run around, and she likes to get inside of their drinking water trough and paddle around in there. And I gave her one of those Kong dog toys, and I filled it full of scrambled eggs. So she's a happy camper. And it is wildflower season. We've got the purple tansy asters blooming, and the yellow zinnias, and the globe mallow. It's all blooming. And then there's some, like, they're called spectacle plants. Those are blooming too. Love you too. So today I figured we'd just kind of do a quick sweep, and then I want to start planting some fall seeds. Look how tall these grasses are. Good sheeps. There's Handsome. His mama is Mrs. Robinson. What's she doing? She's over there trying to get at the turkey food. And of course he's pinned to his mama, so he wants to join the rest of the group. Oh, and we sold Bambi and Slater to a nice family to start their flock off. So I'm happy to report Slater he found a good home for life. So happy days. Hi, Mrs. Robinson. Her lamb Handsome is the sweetest lamb ever. Oh, so anyways, we're out of garden water for the morning. Matt will be bringing more tomorrow, or this evening. So things are a bit wilty. I did water all of this yesterday, but I've started to succession since the lettuce is done for. There's sunflowers and cushaw squash and okra following up behind it. All that lettuce is bolting. I like to feed that to the chickens. Anyways, the usual Jerusalem artichoke, regular artichoke. It is time to harvest the onions. They are getting very flopsy. Tomatillos, zinnias, volunteer sunflowers, and peppers. Anaheim starting on that one. And it looks like a poblano. And I just chopped and dropped, and it needs it again. I thought maybe I'll show you doing some chop and drop as well, because that's how I continue this deep mulch and living pathway The pathway generates lots of mulch. And here I put some sunflowers, so those will get tall. More peppers, just beautiful wildflowers. Beautiful wildflowers. Thyme in full bloom. Peppers. Wilty peppers. Anaheim setting on there. Globe mallow. 4-foot tall globe mallows. They're like a creamsicle color. I love it. And this is growing up really well. Yes, it's wilty, I know. It's transvaporation time. It prefers to get watered. But it survives, and it will freshen up in the evening. And I thought I saw some flowers on this zucchini. There's flowers forming. Okra, volunteer tomatillos. Those are some thick-stemmed tomatillos, these volunteers. And of course, interspersed with sunflowers. Kusha, Fleeter Meowser. There's little okras and sunflowers. And butternut squash. These okras are doing well. And cut and come again on the alfalfa for the animals. I think alfalfa makes the most beautiful, like a hedgerow. Those gorgeous flowers. Kitty's down there barking. She'll get over it. I don't always have the manpower to take her around. You know, in a perfect world, she'd be like with the sheep and somebody could supervise, but oh, it's my son's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ivan. He's 27 years old. Can you dig it? Yeah, see, these are ready to harvest, and we are currently working on a place to store them in the utility solar controller room that we built into the container. Look at all these globe mallows. Right, so we spent a lot of money and picked up one of those rail and wire shelving closet organizing situations and are busy installing that in the utility shed section of that container. And we put an air conditioner in there. And darken the windows so that these guys can cure properly. Oh my Lord, there are so many. That's going to take a lot of shelf space. And then I'm going to have to get to work preserving those in other ways, because that's just a lot to store and hope they don't go bad. So I'll have to be putting them in recipes, canning, dehydrating, pickling, roasting, you name it, powdering. So we've already harvested about 10 pounds of tomatoes already. And this time last year, we had nary a one yet. I didn't have any ripe ones to take to the fair. And I've already harvested 10 pounds of ripe ones already. So stoked about that. All glory to the Most High. These red raspberries are starting to bloom on their tips. Like every tip practically has the flowers setting. So, wowzers. This is this guy's second season of life here at the farm. It came as a 1-gallon pot. And it has bushed out. And I'm hoping to propagate it all down the length. And here's another variety. And it has not rebloomed since its first flush in early spring. We'll see what it does though. These look crispy on the bottom, the snap peas do, but the green tops show you that they're still making flowers, setting fruit. Some tender greens here, basil, Swiss chard. The arugula's bolting. Yeah, look at that. Right. Oh, and I've been harvesting these, so I'm going to plant some more of those with you today once I settle in with the planting phase of this video. These are finger-long carrots. I haven't tried any of them. They hadn't shouldered last I checked. We'll see. Dude, I just love these wildflowers filling in between the vegetables, and rampant mint, beautiful oregano. And this square, see how it looks like a square here because it used to be a horse corral. So last year, this was just hard, compact, bare dirt in the middle of a former horse corral. And this trellis has transformed that space and transformed that soil. Yep, tomatoes coming on. Tomatoes coming on. So it's a constant chop and drop. You can see relatively recently chopped this grass and laid it down, and it's ready for another treatment. Every time you do that, you get a growth hormone pulse into the soil food web. So that's what we're looking for, is the soil food web to promote optimal plant health. And I do that with mulch from the sheep and rabbits, living pathways, always trying to keep living roots, diversity of plants, photosynthesis, native species, and planting in the ground below the soil profile to collect water. These are not currently planted with a crop, but they're covered with clover and grass, so that's still conditioning the soil down there. Here's the onion patch. And here's the other end of the onion patch. 500 onions for the year. And that's why I'm anxious to preserve those properly. Globe mallow. It always attracts pollinators and native insects, beneficials. It's really dry back here. A very wilty tomatillo and a thirsty currant. Yep. Weeds are cover crops, guys. That's what I tell myself. Honey locust and currant. And the potato patch. So this row was 5 pounds of whole sprouting organic potatoes. 5 pounds. And this one was like 2.5 pounds of cut up sprouting organic table potatoes. And so far I've gotten, I want to say 7 or 8 pounds out of just new potatoes that I pulled from this little strip. Out of just 2.5 starter pounding. Anyways, that's cool because, you know, that's going to be like 10 pounds from that strip. And then like maybe 5 more pounds here. So that's a good haul from just 2.5 pounds of potatoes that stayed too long in your pantry. I just love these. Yeah, but when your onions flop like this, it's time to pull them out and get them into the pantry preserving. So I will keep you updated on that score as it occurs. All right, so let's start planting. tub here of different possibilities. So the first thing I want to do is go around and stick some pole beans to grow up these trellis posts. And I'm just going to go around and put up, there aren't very many in there. Well, we'll go stick a few of these in the ground. And today I'm not going to be watering in because I don't have enough water. Have to wait. Let's see. I thought I had a claw machete. Here's a spade. Maybe the spade will do. Okay. The spade will do. Let's see. Right here. Hello, sheep. Okay. So let me set up a shot. All right. So first I got to chop and drop that grass and weeds, and then pull the mulch aside and stick some seeds in the ground. So I'm gonna get the whole tray of seeds. Because I want to do a group of variety plants right there. Stick the seeds in the shade. Here we go. And even this can be mulch from this rabbit brush. And it has an evergreen kind of scent to it. I think it kind of helps with the pests. So, all kinds of mycorrhizal fungi going on right there. And the soil's pretty dry. Like I said, need to bring more water. Missed one day over the weekend and got a little depleted. During this peak growth season, and especially we've been having temperatures in the high 90s to 100, which is hot for high altitude up here, but it's been hot and dry. And we're going to do the other side. And I usually do the other side just to, since I'm here, you know. And I just lay it in its burrow. So there's bed cleared. And so now I'm gonna go ahead and just go plant some of those seeds. So let's see, got some pole beans, 60 days.